but to put your ideas to work. What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you are ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
At Brueggemann Crop Services, they offer a full line of crop insurance products backed by years of experience to ensure you're getting the best risk management package for your specific operation. They are also your full-service channel seed provider, along with a full line of seed treatments. As farmers themselves, they will tailor a plan that will set you at ease for everything nature may throw at you. Crop insurance is their only insurance. For a no-obligation insurance or seed quote, call 853-3200 or check them out online at BrueggemannCropInsurance.com.
So Redfield ready to go here on defense and trying to keep Groton out of the end zone, as they have been there 5 times already. Spread formation for Groton, and the quarterback T is taking it from shotgun back to throw. Looks off to his right side. Arches one towards the end zone and open and catches the ball way down there. And the touchdown by Brevin Flees. So a touchdown. Well, they say that is Keegan Tracy. So, in fact, as he does get up, it looks like a 0 on his back, and that will get him going for another score for Groton here as the 8 seconds actually down to 0, and the extra point coming up. So the Wildcat, a pitch out over to Tracy. Tracy will circle round and get the 2-point conversion. So it comes up to 35-0 as the first period is over with. And we will get started here for the second period with Redfield collecting another kickoff. This is a Redfield High School sports presentation on KQ 1380.
World-class service with hometown friendliness. That's what you can expect from the staff of Haler Automotive. We sell new vehicles from both Chevrolet and Buick, along with a good selection of late-model pre-owned vehicles. And if you're looking for something a little more vintage, come take a look at our classic car showroom, Highway 12 Classics. We have a full service department, parts department, and a body shop. We're conveniently located East Highway 12 in Webster, or view all of our inventory online at HalerAuto.com.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you are ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move?
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
All right, we're ready to go here from Redfield. The Pheasants field as they will switch sides now, and another kickoff for Redfield to receive. Well, a lot of practice on kickoff returns for Redfield. On the far side will be Jackson Sandos, and on the near side will be Aiden Understock Jessen. Kicking off once again will be Corbin Kunker. Kunker, the last time he kicked off, kicked the ball on a line drive, this time a little bit higher, and it is taken on the far side by Sandos. Sandos trying to get to the near side and does get across the 25-yard line and up to about the 30. First down and 10 for Redfield on the 30-yard line. So a little bit better field position for Redfield. And Sandos on the game for Redfield has carried the ball 4 times for a total of 5 yards. He has returned 2 of the 5 kickoffs. And Redfield coming out trying to get something going with flankers, 3 of them out to the left side and 1 to the right side. Noah Johnson on the right side. McGilvery back to throw. Arches one way downfield. Radigan takes it on the 45-yard line and drives across to the 35-yard line. So a pass completed there. And the ball goes all the way down to the, well, let's see where they mark it. It will be ball on the 33-yard line, Redfield, and this is the first time that they have been inside the offensive zone, a 37-yard pass. And Radigan got away from his receiver and then reached high over him and picked up the pass. And Redfield, with a first down and 10, will put it in play just underway here in the second period on the Redfield trick, the Groton 33-yard line. Rolling out to the right. McGilvery going to the air once again. It is intended for Radigan. Radigan catches it and goes into the end zone for a touchdown.
Touchdown, Redfield.
So a 37-yard pass play. And Redfield is on the board with 11:19 to go here in the half. And Redfield has 6 on the board. Groton with 35 and the extra point coming up. So let's see who Redfield, I suspect maybe they will go for 2 points here. Why not? You're down by a score of 35-6 in the second period. And McGilvery in the backfield with Sandos and Murray. They are to his left. McGilvery tried to outrun the defense around the left side and does not succeed in doing so. But that is no good for the extra point. And after, well, with 11 minutes and 19 seconds to go here in the first half of play, Groton Area has a lead of 35-6. This is a Redfield High School sports presentation on KQ 1380.
Today.
Hey, Tyler with Summit Contracting here. Let's talk about building on your farm. One of the great things about working with Summit Contracting is that we are the farm builders. We build premium grain systems and any structure that goes on your farm. It's never too early to start a project. We'll create a layout to ensure your structures are perfectly placed for today and the future. Let's get started on your farm project at buildsummit.com.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Well, Justin Radigan got 2 passes for 37 yards each. So on that drive, 74 yards in the air for Redfield. It was a 3-play drive and at least gets Redfield on the board. The score 35-6 in favor of Groton with 11:19 left to go here in the first half. Redfield with an extremely challenging first period. But maybe they have found a little bit of a solution by throwing the ball to Radigan. Well, I did notice that Noah Johnson was available on the other side too, so throwing it maybe might be the deal.
Passing will open up the running a little bit too now. So.
Kickoff taken. Groton straight up the middle, weaving through tacklers, breaks a couple of tackles and is finally wrestled down. That will be on the 30-yard line.
Daigle on the return.
So Daigle gets the return, and the return up to the 30-yard line. First down and 10 as McGilvery in on the tackle, and it'll be Groton's ball on the Groton 35-yard line. Check that, 30. Maybe even considered the 31.
Yeah, I would say 31. They are tackling tonight, though, so.
Well, they had a good tackle on that one once he got to him. Tees taking the ball from under center. Off to the left side. The handoff will go to number 9. That is Corbin Tucker, who has been carrying the majority of the football on the ground here for the Groton Tigers. Elijah Morissette in on the tackle. A pickup of 3 yards, so that is somewhat encouraging. I realize that getting a gain on something is probably not the greatest thing in the world, but it certainly is better than what Redfield produced in the first period. So Groton with the ball. Tees will be in the shotgun. Ball right in the middle of the field from the sideline to sideline, so there's no open field to one side or the other at the moment. Back to throw. Tees out to the right side, and it is completed over there, but not much of a gain. The pass is completed to Keegan Tracy, and the tackler's on the play.
Tackle made by Zenz.
Well, it looks like Connor Zenz was in on the play.
And it'll be 3rd and 5 now for the Tigers.
Okay, we're on.
Okay.
Ball is currently marked on the 35-yard line, and it'll be 3rd down and 5 for Groton. So possibly a defensive stand for Redfield. Back to pass, Tees to the near side, and the pass is complete to Daigle, and right on the play was the tackler. That was 32 Jacob Brannon. So pass play, Santos also in on the tackle. So Groton picks up 4 yards on the play, but that brings up a 4th and 1. The ball is now marked on the 40-yard line, right on the 40 as a matter of fact. And let's see, with a lead of 35-6, if Groton decides to go for it. And apparently they will do that. Well, let's see. They have somebody deep back, and there is now a timeout called by Groton. And this is a Redfield High School sports presentation on KQ 1380.
It'll be Groton's second timeout.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
All right, Groton out of the timeout. Check that. Well, Groton's still in their huddle. All right, finally, Groton breaks up their timeout huddle on the far side over there. It is 4th and 1, the ball on the 40-yard line.
You wouldn't be surprised a trick play coming.
Well, they may be setting up something. They definitely have the advantage here. So with the advantage that they do have, there's an opportunity for them to do almost anything they want. They snap it up to the up man, and boy, I tell you what, I'm not sure he made it.
I don't think he made it.
So let's see. They're going to untangle. They had a deep back, and it looked like they were going to snap it directly to them, but Tees got the ball up short and tried the quarterback sneak, and they are going to measure for it. So 8:44 left to go here in the half, with Redfield trailing by a score of 35-6. And they're going to bring the chains in from the far side and take a measurement here. Boy, this would be a feather in Redfield's cap if they could get a stop here.
I don't think they made it. I think he's just a little bit short.
Nope, looks like they, well, let's see. Boy, that is going to be a, whoa, how about that? I don't even think there was an inch there. I was going to say that it was a charge card different distance, and that will wind up being a turnover, and Redfield takes over on downs. Well, talk about a score here in the second period and then a stop. So maybe the jitters or whatever was creating the problem in the first period that Redfield got behind by a score of 35-0 will be overtaken here with some successes here in the second period. The ball is marked right on the 40-yard line. in Groton territory. First down and 10 for Redfield. 3 flankers to the right side, the short side of the field. The open side of the field is to the left, with Noah Johnson flanked out there. McGilvery back to throw. Short pass, and it is incomplete. The ball was intended for Jackson Sandos. So an incomplete pass, and that'll bring up second down and 10. And the ball remains on the 40-yard line. Very, very nice evening here on the Pheasants field. The lights are on, preparatory to the sun dipping below the horizon. And Redfield comes out of the huddle ready to go on the 40-yard line, second down and 10. 3 flankers left. Check that, 2 left and 2 right. Open field to the left. McGilvery back to throw, being rushed off of his feet. And now the takes off with the ball to the left side and tries to get up to where the line of scrimmage was, but I think he lost 1 or 2. Looks like they're going to drop him by 1, and the ball would be back to the 39-yard line, and that makes it third down and 11. So suddenly Redfield wound up getting something going with the passes. So this time it looks like the Groton defensive coordinator brought the house. They had 3 linebackers rushing, and that forced McGilvery out of the pocket, and he lost 1 on the play. McGilvery back there with Sandos, the remaining back. Once again, the rush, and it just finally gets to McGilvery as he is sacked back to the 50-yard line, and that will bring up fourth down and a long, long way. Looked to be about an 11-yard loss on the play. From the 39-yard line, 9-yard loss on the play.
And about 20.
Fourth down and pack of lunchtime. McGilvery will be back to punt. And deep to receive will be Nigel. McGilvery, lots of time to kick it away. Gets a fairly decent kick to the far side. The ball is fumbled. Scrambled for it, but unfortunately for Redfield, Groton jumps on it at the 25-yard line. So an opportunity missed there. It'll be first down and 10 for Groton, and they will be on their own 25-yard line. .701 left to go here in the first half. Redfield on the short end of a 35-6 score, as they've had a fairly productive second period here. Wildcat formation. Flees looks like he's going to take a straight inside handoff. It goes to Tracy. Tracy, tons of room across the 50-yard line. It's going to be a foot race to the goal line, and it looks like Tracy is going to win it from the 25-yard line. 75-yard TD run by Tracy. And any glimmer of hope that Redfield had in the second period just blew up in smoke as Groton gets up to 41-6 and the extra point ready to go. And that was the thing, Ted, over in Hot Springs, that Redfield had a horrible time defending sweeps to the left side.
Yeah, they couldn't contain them. They just don't get out wide enough.
They just had a terrible, terrible time being able to catch up with that. And that's something definitely Redfield is going to have to work on. Trying to find our scoreboard here, but unable to do so, so we will worry about that later. And the conversion tackled for no good. So the score will remain 41-6 as we have 6:46 left to go in the first half. This is a Redfield High School sports presentation on KQ 1380.
PAT no good for Groton. Score was 6:46 to go here in the second quarter play. Groton 41, Redfield 6.
Hayter Construction is your local trenching choice in Redfield. Whether you need electrical, fiber, water, or sewer, Hayter Construction can fulfill all your trenching needs. So give Justin a call at 605-460-2767 for your next trenching project. Hayter Construction is a proud supporter of all Redfield Pheasant sports and activities.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
It'll be Corbin Cutter.
Well, Redfield going to receive another kickoff. Continuing back on the far side is Sandos. On the near side is Understock Jessen. And kicking off will be Dunker. Check that, number 9, Corbin Kunker. Kunker and Dunker. Okay. Anyway, it'll be Kunker kicking this off. And gets it away to the far side, and it splits the two receivers and will roll into the end zone, and that will be a touchback. Redfield will bring it back to the 20-yard line and put it in play, first down and 10 from the Redfield 20-yard line. Well, 41-6, 6:42 left to go here in the first period. Check that, the first half.
Feels like the first period yet, don't it?
Well, it's unfortunate. Redfield is in a rebuilding year, admittedly. But the one thing that we have noticed above and beyond everything is it doesn't seem like they have any quit in them.
No.
I realize they're getting spanked really bad, but each time they make a tackle, boy, they pop right up and they're ready to go again.
And they're playing. They haven't give up on anything. They keep playing. That's good.
From the shotgun, two flankers right, one to the left, two in the remaining backfield. Radigan with the pass caught and scrambles around, and he will make about 6 yards on the play.
Pass complete to Radigan.
So Radigan, who the only score was his.
Gain of about 6 on the play, make it 2nd and 4 now for Redfield.
And on that drive, he completed or caught passes twice, both for 37 yards. And a touchdown, and that's where Redfield got their 6. But unfortunately, defensively, they've given away 41. So a 6-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 4. That is from the 26-yard line. As once again, head coach Hank Brasilio has decided to put 2 in the backfield to protect. And this is the second time that there has been a pass interference call. Should have been there. The pass was intended for Connor Zenz, but no flag on the play, so that is a little upsetting. On one of the interceptions, there was clearly a pass interference, but we have not seen but one hanky today, I think, Ted, just one.
A couple on the Groton for illegal motion, but none on Redfield yet.
Well, Redfield out of the huddle with 3 to the right and 1 to the left. The remaining back is Sandos with McGilvery taking the direct snap. Low pass from center. McGilvery breaks towards the line of scrimmage and carries it up to the 25-yard line.
Moody and Rogenberg.
So it'll bring up a 4th down.
It'll be 4th and 5 for the Pheasants on the 25.
So McGilvery does pick up 1 on the play. And a double return man in the backfield, or deep back, is going to be Dodgel and Tracy. Kick, high kick this time. No fair catch. And a penalty flag comes in as the ball was returned by Dodgel.
He grabbed him by the waist.
I thought so too. Maybe he got the other hand up on the face mask. Let's see what the situation is.
Hurrying on the tackle for Redfield.
Officials are conferring. with the ball on the Redfield 45-yard line. Conversation continuing to go on there. And it looks like it's going to be against Redfield. Personal foul, host caller tackle. Boy, I thought he had him around the waist, but...
Yes, I didn't know if he tackled him around the waist. That's a horse collar tackle.
No.
Because that's where he caught him at. I was surprised he threw the flag.
Groton will take it over 1st and 10.
So Groton will be in deep Redfield territory once again, as the ball is placed down on the just inside the 30-yard line. One flanker left side. Still waiting to see what the officials are deciding with this. Finally, they put the ball in play.
30-yard line.
Pitch out left side and coming to that
there's the
very weak
containment.
left side. This time
There you
Redfield
go.
fills in there, and the ball carrier is Kunker.
Tackle by Radigan.
So Kunker is tackled by Justin.
2nd and 8 now for Groton.
Only a 2-yard gain on that play, and every time we see a football team head around the left side, the right defensive side for Redfield, we kind of hold our breath, because that's where Hot Springs last week just decimated Redfield. And a couple of plays also around the left side on the offense.
They had that one contained.
They got there. So maybe a little change of...
That's the defensive end deals to keep them inside.
All right, direct snap on the shotgun to Tease. Tease looks off to the right to throw. Lofts it deep down, and there's man wide open down there. He's tackled immediately after he catches the ball. Another flag on the play. The pass was complete to Tracy, Keegan Tracy. And we will look for what this flag is all about. It is back in the area that it might be holding. So the officials are conferring, and we'll wait for a preliminary signal.
Illegal man.
Illegal man downfield against Groton.
That play will come back.
So that will bring it back
It'll make it
to
6
about the,
now.
what is that? Somebody standing right in front of my yard marker over there. Looks about the 33-yard line. And it's going to be 2nd down and 13 for an illegal man downfield. Tease from under center this time. Inside handoff once again, and right there with an outstanding reaction and tackle is Ham.
Tackle by Baum.
Ham, that's spelled H-V-A-M, Baum. He is new to the Redfield lineup, and a loss of 2. Procedure penalty against Groton, and that is refused because of the loss. So that will bring up 3rd down and 15. The ball marked back to the 35-yard line. So maybe a stop here, and it looks like Redfield needs to be able to celebrate little things.
Right.
And this would definitely be a thing to celebrate, because Redfield has gotten 2 stops in the game. Tease back in shotgun. To his left is Kunker. Back to throw. Tease flushed out of the pocket. Radigan after him, dives after him, can't get him. Now Tease cuts back and is finally knocked down after he gets the ball across the 35-yard line down to about the 33. And that's going to be about to where the line of scrimmage is.
And 11.
So it's going to be the ball marked on the 31-yard line. 4th down and 11. So I would suspect with a 41-6 lead with 2:26 left to go in the half, that Groton will come up and go for it. And it looks like that's what they're doing. Open field to the left. Tease from the shotgun. Takes the ball back to throw. Looks throws back to the left, and it is tackled by Radigan, and also in diverting the path of the receiver was Jackson Sandos, and that will be a turnover to Redfield, and Redfield will put it in play on their own 29-yard line, and once again, Ted, a little bit of victory for Redfield.
Right, a little victory.
Well, you know, you just have to get little improvements because this is definitely a rebuilding year for Redfield. They have a lot of freshmen and sophomores in key positions here. Boy, Radigan almost caught him for a big loss there. So 2 minutes to go here in the half, and McGilvery taking the snap from the shotgun. Dropping back, throwing off to the left side, a long pass, and it is caught! Justin Radigan, who does a tremendous job rebounding in basketball,
25 yards.
used his basketball receiving skills there to take the pass and get another first down for Redfield. 29-yard gain on the play as the ball is marked on the Groton 45-yard line. So Justin Radigan, one tremendous bright spot here in this football game for Redfield, as he has had contested catches each time.
He's got 101 yards already.
Justin Radigan, 101 yards on 3 receptions. Back to McGilvery to throw, and he is being flushed out of the pocket, scrambles around, and he'll be dropped for a loss back to the 50-yard line.
Tackle made.
So, rightly so.
Rickenberg.
Groton's defense is sending players just as soon as Redfield comes up with a big pass play, and all of a sudden, it is blitz time for Groton. 1 minute left to go on the clock running here for the first half. Ball is marked on the 50-yard line, and we'll go with a timeout for Redfield. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is a Redfield High School sports presentation on KQ 1380.
Dakota Pro Air is a locally family-owned business that has been taking care of farmers' aerial needs since 2020. With locations in Letcher and Miller, Dakota Pro Air is able to provide service to a large area. Ground conditions too wet, or just don't want those sprayer tracks in your field? Give Dakota Pro Air a call for all your chemical and fertilizer application needs at 605-248-2314.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Redfield ready to go here. 2nd and 15, the ball at midfield. McGilvery back to throw once again. Gets the pocket collapsing around him, and he tries to drive forward to pick up a couple of yards, and will be losing 3 yards.
Loss of about 3, make it 3rd and 18.
So another sack for Redfield's McGilvery, and that will bring up a 3rd down and 18. The ball is marked on the 48-yard line, maybe the 47.5, but who's going to quibble over a few inches there. 3 flankers for Redfield to the right side, to the left side 1. McGilvery with 1 back remaining. A quick pass out to Radigan. Radigan catches the ball and drives his way up to almost the original line of scrimmage.
Gain of 9.
So Justin Radigan picks up more yards. And Ted, you've been keeping track of Radigan's yards. Where is he now?
110 already, the first half.
That will be the end of the first half.
Well, the first half just ended with that play there, and we will let you know that we will be doing a halftime sports report here, in which we will take a period of time to run that, but we will be back in 1 minute to bring you up to date on the first period, and then we will be going to our halftime sports report. You're listening to a Redfield High School sports presentation on KQ 1380.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Welcome back to the Heartland State
Well,
Bank
we
Press
have
Box.
a situation
Heartland
here
State
where
Bank,
we
a
will
proud
be
sponsor of
doing
all
a little
our local
halftime
students
sports
and
report.
student athletes.
As we go through a 15-minute halftime here, we have about 9.5 minutes of a commercial and our halftime sports. And bring us up to date, Ted, on some of the statistical things that you've seen up to this point.
Okay, in the first half, Groton's got 107 yards rushing and 79 passing. Redfield, on the other hand, has got a -2 rushing, but 110 passing. And other than that, they come out that second quarter really fired up. So I think Redfield's got a chance yet.
Well, they could equal what happened in the first period for Groton. They scored 41. Redfield has 6. Redfield had a relatively decent second period, and we'll look and see how they make adjustments during the halftime. And right now we're going to go to our halftime sports report. This is KQ 1380 Halftime Sports, and looking ahead for the Redfield football team schedule. After tonight, the Pheasants have 6 games. Next week, they travel to play Roncalli in Aberdeen. Tonight, the Cavaliers are home against Dual. Roncalli opened their season last week with a 14-0 win over Groton. Mobridge Pollock will be Redfield's Week 4 opponent. The Tigers are hosting Dakota Hills tonight after losing to Webster 20-6 last week. Redfield has a bye the week following. Then they have a homecoming week starting on Monday, September the 18th through the 22nd. And, of course, on Friday the 22nd, Webster comes in for the homecoming game for Redfield. 2 of the last 3 weeks of the season will find the Pheasants on the road starting on September 29th in Parker. The Pheasants, yes, the same nickname as Redfield, open their season with 48-6 loss to Elk Point Jefferson. Parker is home to Tri-Valley tonight. The Pheasants, as in Redfield, start October with their final home game of the year as the Dakota Hills Grizzlies come to town. The Grizzlies are at Mobridge tonight after opening their season with that 40-0 loss against Sisseton. The Redfield football team will close the season on the road against Dual on October 13th. The week after, the Cardinals have their bye week. Dual topped Clark Willow Lake in their opener 28-6 and are looking to make it 2 in a row tonight at Roncalli. Checking other Redfield sports, volleyball opened their season on the road with games against Florence Henry on Tuesday and at Roncalli last night. Unfortunately, the Pheasants have yet to win a game in dropping the match 0-3 to Florence Henry 22-14-11. And also losing 0-3 to Roncalli, 10-21-17. Next up for the Redfield volleyball ladies will be a Tuesday home match against Hitchcock-Tulare. Elsewhere on the high school football schedule, the state 2022 Class B champion Hitchcock-Tulare Patriots are at home tonight against Faulkton. The game is being played in Tulare. The Patriots entered tonight's game against the Trojans with a 13-game winning streak. Hitchcock-Tulare lost their final game of the 2021 season, but have not lost since. Faulkton did win their opener 24-6 against Ipswich. Ipswich is at home against Northwestern tonight. Both teams are looking for a first win on the year. The Redfield Golfers had their first of 2 home tournaments Tuesday at the Fisher Grove Golf Course. It was the NEC tournament that featured Redfield, along with teams from Moncali, Groton, Millbank, Sisseton, and Tiespazina. Team leaders in the Pheasants' first 2 events of the year were Kevin Weller with a 102 and Jackson Campbell with a 95. This year's varsity golf team is made up of Weller and Campbell, along with Jackson Rude, Seth Donkey, Tristan O'Daniel, and Micah Zastro. Congratulations to Post 92 American Legion baseball players who have been named to the 2023 All-Star team. Pitcher shortstop Peyton Osborne batted .561 in the regular season and compiled a 5-1 season's record as a pitcher. One of his brothers, Owen, matched that 5-1 mound record while batting .322 and playing a steady second base. The third of the Osborne triplets, Camden, was also named on the basis of his .459 batting average and blinding speed that helped him to steal 26 bases in 27 attempts. Also on the team, Keaton Rolfs, who had a .457 average while playing a stellar left field and was the team's first-line catcher. And Nolan Gall also was picked for recognition. Gall batted .396 on the year while being used on the mound as well as playing behind the plate, at second, short, and in left field. Here are a couple of notes from the Redfield Park and Rec Department. The season's first football games were tonight. Prior to the Redfield Groton contest, the Rec Department teams also played kids from Groton. We've not received any results, but the next game for the younger players will be a week from today at Wessington Springs at 6. The following week at Hitchcock-Tulare before the Redfield kids return home to play Clark on Tuesday, September the 19th at Pheasants Field. Now, players may still sign up to play football this year, albeit from the season has already started. Players in the second and third grades will be playing flag football, while 4th through 6th graders will be in full gear for tackle football. The youth girls basketball registration is ongoing and will be going all the way up until the season starts on September 11th, and is for the youngsters up to 6th grade, playing in an age-appropriate category. For information on the football and girls basketball, check in with the Redfield Park and Rec Department website, which is parkandrec.redfield-sd.com. The South Dakota College football season will start tomorrow as Dakota Wesleyan will host Dakota State in Mitchell. Defending national champions South Dakota State opens against Western Oregon. That game in Brookings starts at 7 and will be played on Thursday. In-state schools starting on the road on Thursday of next week will be Northern State University in Bemidji and the University of South Dakota at Missouri. Rounding out the in-state college football starts on September 1st. South Dakota Mines is home to Valley City State, and on Saturday the 2nd, Black Hills State travels to St. Paul, Minnesota to play the University of St. Thomas, and Augustana goes to Iowa to play Simpson. The Little League National and International Final games are scheduled for tomorrow. The International Final will be played in Williamsport, Pennsylvania at 11:30 in the morning between Taiwan, representing the Asian Pacific region, and the Caribbean region, represented by Curacao. The United States final will be at 2:30 with a Texas team from Needville against El Segundo, California, out of the West. And the winners will play for the World Championship on Sunday. The Aberdeen Wings ice hockey team will be starting preseason workout shortly, getting ready for a warm-up tournament on Wednesday, September the 13th. The regular season begins with a 2-game series at home against the Bismarck Bobcats on Friday, September 22nd. In pro sports, the Minnesota Twins open a 6-game homestand tonight against the Texas Rangers. Starting Monday, Cleveland will be in Minneapolis for a critical 3-game set. The Twins have a 6-game lead over the second-place Cleveland team in the American League Central Division. The Minnesota Vikings will be looking for their first victory of the NFL preseason when they host Arizona in the final game of the exhibitions. The Vikings open the 2023 campaign at home on Monday, September the 10th, against Tampa Bay. In other final preseason games, tonight San Francisco hosts the San Diego Traders, otherwise known as the LA Chargers, while the Green Bay Packers host Seattle and Cleveland travels to Kansas City tomorrow. And that's KQ 1380, Halftime Sports with Alan Scott. The game score and the second half are coming up for the game between Redfield and Groton. You're listening to a Redfield High School sports presentation on KQ 1380.
Foundation for how we do business is right in our initials, W-E. We. Everything we do is a partnership. We understand solving the many complex challenges growers face every day takes teamwork. And when we succeed, we do it together. That's the power of we.
Whether you are pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank.
Well, we are ready to go here for the action from
Redfield
Field. Have about 3 minutes left to go here in the halftime, with Redfield trailing by a score of 41-6. And Ted, second period, they seem to come alive a bit.
Yeah, they did. Didn't do much rushing, but they sure got the passing game going. And I think keep throwing the Radigan balls, he's catching them. Keep going, Keep throwing to him.
So what kind of yardage does he have, and how many catches has he got?
Well, he's caught 4 passes for 110 yards. So,
well, they don't seem to have
all in the second quarter.
The Redfield Pheasants defense or offensive situation doesn't seem to be able to hold the lines when there is an attempt to throw deep, although there were 2 passes to Radigan, each for 37 yards on that one drive, which Redfield did score. And Radigan, unbelievably, took that ball away from a defensive player that was hanging all over him.
Twice he did that.
Well, if we could get the running game going a little bit, too, we might have an opportunity to be able to get something going here in the second half. And I think what we need to look for, hopefully, in the second half for Redfield is the fact that they wind up winning the second half. I don't think they'll overcome a 41-6 halftime deficit, but we want to look at the win in the second half. We'll be back with the second half kickoff here in 1 minute. This is a Redfield High School sports presentation on KQ 1380.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
Helping you find the equipment you need. It's possible at RDO Equipment Company. RDO sells and services John Deere agriculture and lawn and garden equipment, as well as Honda generators, pumps, snow blowers, and more. Their large inventory of parts ensures you get what you're looking for quickly so you can get back to work, and their experienced sales and parts department are ready to help you find the right equipment for the job. Call, stop in, or visit RDOequipment.com today.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Well, we're about ready to go here for our second half with Redfield on the short side of a 41-6 count. And Ted and I have talked a couple of times about the right defensive side of Redfield, because that has seemed to be the weak side, because Groton has exploited that, and last week Hot Springs exploited it mightily, at least 4 touchdowns swinging around the left side. So that will be something that Redfield will need to work on in practice and or correct this afternoon, or this late second half of this game.
They did kind of get it there.
Underway.
They did kind of get it there late in the second quarter. They were, defensive end was pushing them inside, which really helped a lot.
Well, maybe they've begun to learn from what has happened so far, but up until now they've had a hard time solving that problem. Both teams are congregating on their respective sides. The lights are beginning to take over here. We have some very interesting cloud formations and swirls, and the sun-setting sun lighting them up just a little bit. Looks like we have a half a moon working on for us tonight. Hope that you got an opportunity to get to the FFA Burger Bash. They had a fundraising hamburger situation going on just to the north of the stadium, starting things off. And that was before the game. And of course, the Future Farmers of America have a really outstanding program here in Redfield and in many localities around South Dakota and around the nation for that matter. Working down in Marana, Arizona, they actually had a chapter of FFA down there, and that was pretty much a inner city, well, not quite inner city, but a little rural on the outside of Tucson. But they had a very active program going on there as our clock is still counting down. Tell you what, we'll take one more minute, and then we'll come back with the second half. This is a Redfield High School sports presentation on KQ 1380.
Acres Ahead is back with AgTegra Cooperative. Now is the time to secure product, lock in early season prices, and receive delayed payment terms on your agronomy inputs. Fertilizer, seed, and crop protection purchases from Acres Ahead also qualify for triple play grain premiums, diesel discounts, and feed discounts. Contact your local AgTegra agronomist to learn more on how Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
At Heartland State Bank, our customers are at the center of everything we do. Heartland State Bank is a family-owned community bank and here for you. We have an experienced lending staff for fast, local decisions. Heartland State Bank offers competitive rates and is proud to provide uptown services with a hometown touch. With 4 locations in Redfield, Tulare, Wessington, and Highmore, we aspire to support the communities we live and work in. Heartland State Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Set to go, Redfield, who received the opening kickoff and went 3 in interception, 3 in interception, 3 in fumble. And that's how they got behind by a score of 21-0 before people were even settled into their seats here. So Redfield will kick it off. And kicking off will be McGilvery, Chase McGilvery. And back deep for Groton will be Dajel and Tracy. Kick comes up a little bit short. And it is taken on the bounce by Tracy. Tracy, straight up the middle, bounces off a couple of tacklers, gets outside, and gets a really fine return to about the 37-yard line.
Tracy on the return.
So Redfield on their tackling needs to wrap them up. But it'll be first down and 10 for Groton, and Groton with the ball placed on their 37-yard line.
And on a tackle Etheridge for Redfield. Groton will take it over first and 10.
Okay, Ted, you need to get
tackle. 37-yard line.
As soon as I finish saying something, get the tackle. Announce who tackled. Okay, and their standard formation with an open field to the left. That's the right defensive side for Redfield, so that's a bit of a concern that there's all that kind of field over there. The ball is taken on a wildcat formation and grabbed and driven forward by Kunker. Kunker has been the leading ground gainer for the Groton Tigers.
Camden Murray with the tackle.
All right, Camden Murray with that tackle. They pick up, well, they say 2 yards, but we're going to give them 3 on that. So it's going to be second down and 7. The ball is marked right on the 40-yard line in Groton territory. A variety of formations have been thrown out there by the Tigers. Now they're back to their standard shotgun formation, open field to the left. Inside handoff goes to Tracy, and he gets outside some running room, gets a first down, and drives into Redfield territory to about the 45-yard line. So that's going to be a 15-yard pickup for Tracy. And another first down for Groton as they mark the ball on the Redfield 45-yard line. 10 minutes and counting here in the third period with Redfield on the short side of a 41-6 count. Lights beginning to take over here in the Pheasants Stadium as Groton breaks the huddle and comes up to the line of scrimmage. Strong side to the right. That doesn't seem to mean anything because they like that inside handoff coming counterclockwise. Tees under center. Back to throw is being rushed off his feet and is caught. No, he gets away. Still trying to scramble around this time for a huge loss. Justin Radigan finally drags him down all the way back at the Redfield 35-yard line. A 20-yard loss on the play.
Nearly a 25-yard loss on the play. Bring up second down now for Groton.
So Redfield got in there and really got something going. The ball marked on the 37-yard line.
For Groton.
Second down and pack of lunchtime. They've got to get all the way down to the Redfield 35-yard line to pick up a first down. But they have certainly eaten up a lot of ground. From the shotgun, Tees. No, it's a direct snap. That goes to number 9, and of course that is Kunker. Kunker getting away and finally crosses over the 50-yard line and is driven out of bounds at the Redfield 47.
After a gain of about 17 on the play, brings up third and 13, 12 yards for Groton.
Going to be a third down. Looks to be in the area of 12 or 13 yards. The ball is on the Redfield 47-yard line. $16-yard pickup on the play by Tracy. So the running back combination of Kunker and Tracy is really challenging Redfield. Deep ball down to the left side, and it is underthrown. The pass on a shotgun formation and what they call a wildcat formation. That's where instead of the quarterback picking the ball up on the shotgun, it was snapped back to Kunker. Kunker's pass well downfield was short and inside, so an incomplete pass, and that'll bring up fourth down and 12. So far, Groton has not chosen to punt the ball on any fourth down situation, but dropping back in punt formation is Kunker. And back for Redfield in a single safety.
Playing a little field position.
Johnson standing back on about his 10-yard line. And the kick is away. Low, almost blocked. Takes a Groton bounce. And the ball is unable to be fielded by Noah Johnson because it hit and then bounced sharply back against Groton. and Redfield will have the ball on the 20-yard line. So that is the first punt of the evening for Groton, and that will put Redfield with their ball on their own 20-yard line. 80 yards to go. They're trailing by a score of 41-6, and we have 6:28 left to go here in the third period. Redfield will be coming up. They send out Radigan far to the right side. He's been the major receiver so far. Out there with him is understock Jessen on the right. Two remaining backs with McGilvery taking the shotgun snap. And coming both sides, throw down there just off the hands off of Jessen and incomplete.
Down there for Zenz.
So it'll be second down and 10.
Second and 10 now for Redfield.
Still on their own 20-yard line. Redfield has been most successful, wouldn't you say, Ted, going through the air?
Well, he should have had that one, but slipped off his fingers.
Well, it was at kind of a bad angle, so live and learn on it. And flanking out far to the left side, three wideouts for Redfield, one to the near side with McGilvery in the backfield with only one remaining back. Pass out to the left side, and let's see, it looks like it might be complete to Radigan. And this time, Groton is all over it. Radigan a little slow getting up, if that is he, in fact, received the ball. He did, and he is up and kind of limping with his left ankle. And let's see if they give a injury timeout here. Nobody seems to be making any moves on it, and Radigan now sits back down, and that would be quite a loss for Redfield if Justin is unable to continue. The clock has been stopped finally, and in comes some help from the sideline. We'll take a 30-second timeout here. This is a Redfield High School sports presentation on KQ 1380.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Well, Justin Radigan will come to the sidelines. It looks like it may have just been whacked in the back of the calf, or maybe a cramp, one or the other. It is kind of a warm evening. So Redfield, with the pass completion, wound up losing. Well, they actually stayed right at the line of scrimmage. And so it'll be a third down and 10 from the 20.
Well, it looked like to me he had a cramp because they're still working on him on the sidelines, bending that leg up and pushing that cramp or pushing that thigh down, you know.
Yeah, that's the typical.
Oh, they hurt. I know that.
Treatment for a cramp, so hopefully that is all it is. Three flankers out to the right, one to the left. McGilvery with one remaining back. Rushers coming on. McGilvery takes off around the right side, and he is a load. Carried the ball up to about the 25-yard line. So about a 5-yard pickup on the run. Don't know if it was a design run or whether things had just fallen apart and he took off. We will certainly look forward to Ethan Falk getting repaired. He has a broken collarbone out of practice injury. But I think that if you have Falk at quarterback and allowing McGilvery to do some running and then get a situation where you get the ball to Radigan, things might change considerably. Well, there's a timeout on the field. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is a Redfield High School sports presentation on KQ 1380.
Every farm is unique, but all farmers have something in common: the desire to maximize their land and improve it for the next generation. You need a cooperative that offers peace of mind, AgTegra Cooperative is an ag partner that shares your values and is part of your community. From agronomy and grain operations to energy and feed, AgTegra will link your farm to the future. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
All right, well, coming off the field is Justin Radigan, and he is being worked on the sideline, and it looks the way they're working on him that was in fact a cramp. We'll hope that that's the case, as Redfield will send McGilvery back to punt, and back to receive will be Nigel and Tracy. So McGilvery will be punting the ball from his own 10, gets the ball away, kind of a high kick and short. It will be dropping at about the 50-yard line and get a Redfield roll back to the Groton 45. Check that to the 40-yard line. So Groton will put things in play on their side of the field, albeit by 5 yards at the 45. Redfield's defense has been a little bit stronger here in the third period, as 41-6 score that we had at halftime continues to be the way. And they're going to take a timeout here to make sure that the players are hydrated. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is KQ Sports, Redfield Sports High School presentation on KQ 1380.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
All right, the timeout is over with, and we will have Redfield on the defense as Groton takes the ball in play at their own 45-yard line. First down and 10 to go with 3:32 left to go here in the third period. Taking the snap from under center is the quarterback Tees. Hands it off, and a lot of running room around the left side, is finally driven out of bounds as Fleas, that is Braven Fleas. And who got the tackle there, Ted?
3, but I don't have a 3 on my chart.
Well, number 3 is going to be Jackson Sandos.
Sandos, yes, that's what I thought it was. My fault, I didn't have my proper cards together.
So a 10-yard.
Excuse me, I'm still learning.
A 10-yard pickup on the play, and the ball is marked on the Redfield 47-yard line. So Kunker has done the majority of the ball carrying for Groton. Carries the ball again for a first down. Inside handoff, and knocked down, actually bumps into somebody in the backfield, and finally is tackled by McGilvery even farther in the backfield. So number 0, Keegan Tracy, carried the ball on that inside handoff, and that is a play that all last year seemed to bother the Redfield defense, and that certainly is the situation this year. 3-yard loss on the play, and it'll be now second down and 13. The ball marked on the 49-yard line, actually right on the 50 pretty much. Groton up to the line. Tees taking the snap from under center. Whirls around and hands it off to Kunker once again. Kunker to the near side. Powers his way across the Redfield 45 down to about the 42-yard line.
Burren.
Looks like it's going to be
Burrendian got it. Burenin.
Okay.
How do you pronounce that?
Ball is marked down on the 47-yard line.
Burenin got with the tackle.
Pickup of 3 yards on the play, 3rd and 5. Just about a minute left to go here in the third period. No score on either side, as our halftime score was 41-6, and that's what it is right now. One flanker way out to the right side, one in the slot and a flanker on the left side. And T's taking the snap from the shotgun formation. Back to throw, throws it right down the middle, and it is completed. And a busted tackle, and Colby Dunker will carry it all the way down inside the 10-yard line to the 5 and into the end zone for a touchdown.
47-yard touchdown pass.
So 47-yard TD pass, and after I should have kept my mouth shut saying that there was no score here in the third period, but with 30 seconds, check that 38 seconds left to go, Groton has expanded their lead to 47-6 with the PAT on the way. They are lining up for an extra point kick, and to kick it will be Corbin Conker. Ball is spotted down and up, and it is good. So that will run the score to 48-6, and we will be back in 1 minute. This is a Redfield High School sports presentation on KQ 1380.
Independent Ag in Bristol, Verdon, Roscoe, and Watertown. A local business providing local service and local expertise. They're farmer-focused, service-driven, with a very knowledgeable staff that offers seed, chemical, and fertilizer sales. They make competitive offers at Independent Ag. They say, we know your acre. Check out the website, independentagservices.com, or call 605-395-6605. Independent Ag, proud to support local sports and activities.
El Corral Cocina Mexicana is located in Clark, South Dakota. Our hours are 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Choose from dine-in, takeout, or let us cater your next event. We offer a wide array of fresh foods, from tacos, gobernador, and enchiladas dinner to arroz con pollo and quesadilla fajita. TLC and fresh ingredients go into preparing our food to provide the best quality and taste. Call us at 605-653-5032 or stop by at 501 First Avenue West and try our delicious food today.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Will be kicking it off.
Okay, Groton will be kicking off with just 38 seconds left to go here in the third period in what was almost a scoreless third period, as Redfield defense has begun to solve some problems here. This one a line shot, and it will go through, finally picked up on the bounce by Sandos. Sandos turns and moves up the field and probably only gets back to about the 15-yard line, if that. So Redfield will put it in play here with 22 seconds left to go in the period, and it would be unlikely that they'll get a playoff here, as coming in with a kind of a slow trot. And speaking of trot, even though Redfield is behind by a score of 48-6, when they came out for that kickoff, they came out jogging and moving. So they have not cashed in their chips as the count gets down to 0, and that will take care of the situation in the third period. And we will be back in 1 minute. This is a Redfield High School sports presentation on KQ 1380.
Brushing up? Bettering yourself? Or pursuing a degree? Huron Community Campus offers in-person classes at just $40 per credit hour plus fees. HCC offers courses through Northern State University, offering quality education at an exceptional value. To learn more, call Huron Community Campus at 605-353-8518. That's 605-353-8518.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Getting worse.
Well, we once again see Redfield coming out onto the field. And they are hustling. They are jogging out there.
No, they're still in it. They're still playing hard.
They're doing a fine job.
They're still playing hard yet.
12 minutes to go, 48-0. Check that, 48-6 in favor of Groton. Redfield with the ball. Low snap from center. McGilvery back to throw. Airs it out. And it is intercepted.
Pass is intercepted.
Pass was intended for Noah Johnson.
By Nagel.
And an INT right off the bat. So Groton will take over. And they are in Redfield territory about the 45-yard line. So Redfield trying to go for the downs, had it intercepted as we start off the fourth period.
That's third interception, isn't it?
At least. They had 2 interceptions on their first 3 and outs. Well, it wasn't even 3 and out. It was their first 2 offensive plays, or series, I should say, and it was a couple of interceptions. Okay, so Groton has an open field to their left, and Tees will take it from the shotgun in motion. Now it moves to the right side, and the ball is handed off to Kunker. But this time, Redfield solves the problem. Connor Zen scooted up there and got the tackle.
And 14 now.
Looking at a second down, and let's call it 14. Groton on the Redfield. 44-yard, check that, about, well, let's see, is it close to the 49-yard line? It is indeed. 49-yard line, second and 14. So Redfield has flashed some things where they have taken care of business pretty well.
They're still tackling.
But they have not been real consistent, so we'll hopefully get that straightened out.
No, they haven't.
Inside handoff to Tracy, breaks one tackle, and finally is knocked down by Elijah Morissette. Morissette got him at the 45-yard line. So a pickup of about 6 yards. Well, let's make it about 4 yards. So we're going to talk about the ball being right back where things started, and a third down and 10.
Gain of about 4 in the play, make it 3rd and 10 now for Groton.
9:37 to go here in the football game, and Groton leading it by a score of 48-6. Taking quite a while in the huddle here, but they finally break out, and they will have an open field to the left as the inside handoff, once again, a problem for Redfield. Kunker, however, only made a yard or two. Snap back to Tees, back to throw, looks over the middle, gets flushed out of the pocket, stumbles and gets away. Crosses over the line of scrimmage, picks up 10, 15, and out of bounds with about a 20-yard pickup, and a first down and 10 will happen for Groton as the ball goes forward. And check the ball is placed on just inside the 30-yard line. Let's make it down on the 29-yard line.
4 missed tackles on that play. And the one actually had a hold of him.
Well, something to work on.
Yeah, that's right. They do tackle. We've seen them knock them down, you know.
Well, like I said, it's a rebuilding year, a very young team.
Yes, it is.
8:26 to go in our football game. Ted, let me finish my statement before you answer. Okay, Groton with the ball and ready to go. Open field to their right. Reverse handoff. Tracy takes it deep in the backfield, turns the corner, and is finally knocked down after he gets across the 25-yard line, down to about the 24.
And Vaughn, after a gain of 4, make it second.
So Tracy picks up about 4 yards. So we're going to go second and 6, mark on the 24-yard line. 7:48 left to go here in our football game. It would be certainly nice to see Redfield get a stop here and maybe march down just for showing that they've got it and pick up another touchdown. They did very well on their one touchdown drive. This time, T's taking the ball under center. Man in motion to the right side, is stopped out in the backfield but gets away as the ball carrier is Daigle. And Daigle picks up a few yards, found some running room on the right side.
Tackled by Wren.
But he only got maybe 1 yard on the play.
Short gain of about 2, make it 3rd and
We'll
5
put
now
the ball
for
now
Groton.
on about the 23-yard line. And it will be,
23-yard line.
I believe, 3rd down. Yes, it is, 3rd down. And we'll give it about 5. He picked up maybe 1 yard on the play. Open field to the left for Groton. 2 flankers out that side, 1 remaining back, and Tees takes the ball under center. Rolls out to his left side, turns, throws downfield, wide open receiver, takes the ball and drives towards the goal line and scores the touchdown. Colby Dunker takes the pass, and so a 23-yard pass completion. And that will run the score up some more with only 6:21 left to go here in our football game. And a 23-yard touchdown pass, and it goes up to 54-6, and the extra point coming up.
Will line up for the point after.
The extra point kicker has been Corbin Kunker, and he is lined up ready to do his thing here. Well, let's see, are they going to do that? Well, they have different, no, they are going to go for 2. Kunker with a direct snap takes off to his right side, doesn't find any running room, now cuts back and drifts into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And it's going to be 56-6, and that will complete the game, I believe, except that if you're in the second inning, or rather second half, the clock will start running. But that is going to be a 50-point differential. That's why they went for 2. Ted, let me know what's going on there.
That's the game. 50 points, mercy rule.
Well, I thought they had a situation where they let the clock run when it got to that because they were in the second half.
They must have they must have changed it again.
Okay, well, they've changed it apparently, and we'll be back in 1 minute for a wrap-up. This is Redfield High School Sports Presentation on KQ 1380.
Everyone deserves a fresh start, so if you're ready to live debt-free, our on-staff certified financial counselors are ready to help. Dakota Land Federal Credit Union can assist with debt consolidation, improving your credit score, reducing payments, and reviewing your interest rates, all through your customized debt management plan. Call or stop by your friendly Dakota Land Federal Credit Union branch and schedule your no-obligation, free debt management review today. Dakota Land, federally insured by NCUA.
Whether you're pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
Redfield Energy is a
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Well, a tough ball game for the Redfield Pheasants against the Groton Tigers here, as 56-6, the 50-point mercy rule ends the game at 6:21 left to go. Now, we saw some flashes of, progress for Redfield over their 55-0 loss in a half of a football game over Hot Springs. So I guess all we can look forward to is steady improvement. What did you see in improvement here today?
Well, they did end up in the plus in rushing. They got 3 rushing yards for the whole game and only 110 passing yards, which was all Radigans, you know. In Groton, they ended up with 246 rushing yards and 142 passing yards. So but they kept Redfield kept letting them get outside. There'd be plays where they had them contained, but they didn't tackle them. So
tackling practice will be the first of order during the practice session, and we will look forward to having you with us next week. Next Friday, we will be in Aberdeen, and the ball game between Redfield and Roncalli, and that will be airtime at 6:45, and the kickoff will be at 7 o'clock. Well, that's our football game here tonight at Pheasant Stadium. The final score, Redfield 6 and Groton Tigers 56. So Redfield still looking for their first victory on the season. On behalf of my sidekick here, Ted Kimball, and our producer-engineer back in the studio, Ray Dunn, this is Alan Scott saying good night, and we'll see you next week at 6:45 from Roncalli.
65 million gallon ethanol plant that produces over 200,000 tons of distillers and grids for over 22 million bushels of corn, providing a quality feed market for all local feeders. At Redfield Energy, they take pride in providing an economic impact on the agricultural industry, community, state, and its utility holders. Located 2 miles north of Redfield, make Redfield Energy your preferred market for locally grown corn. Redfield Energy is a proud supporter of Redfield Pheasant sports and activities.
Welcome back to the Heartland State Bank Press Box. Heartland State Bank, a proud sponsor of all our local students and student athletes.
Exciting for you tonight. Wasn't quite as.
Wow.
Boy.
Brutal. Absolutely brutal. You know, that was the same thing that happened up in Hot Springs. Coming around the right offensive side, left defensive side, they scored.
Our D-backs just
not there.
Don't exist.
Yeah.
KQKD, this is Ray. Hello? Hello?
Ray, you there?
I've been doing this for about 5-6 years